Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 3rd. We're just going to jump right in here, Leo. You have this card that says, give yourself some credit for how far you've come. You also have this card that says, don't worry so much about not finding love. It will find you. There you go. So I feel for most of you, I do feel like there could be love here, although we haven't even gotten into the reading, but I really feel it's more talking about kind of some progress that you could be making, which we even have the Page of Pentacles. And Page of Pentacles isn't necessarily, like, I wouldn't consider it necessarily a card of progress, but to me it's a clue for progress or for making progress in your life. I kind of feel like love could be a side effect here, which is not a bad thing. This could say that you're just getting a lot of attention right now, Leo, or, you could be very attractive at this time with that Empress card showing up, obviously. So if you want love, I would say, obviously you're going to have to get attention with a star card. Might be a good time to, go out on dates or put yourself out there, whatever it is that you want to do. You do have divine counterparts here as well. Definitely could be an earth sign. I'm pretty sure you've been getting earth constantly in my reading, so it would not surprise me if, it was mostly earth energy that was coming towards you as far as love is concerned. I would definitely say if it's not an earth sign, it's a person who has a lot of earth in their chart. Mostly probably Taurus, but, take it how it resonates, I would say. And it looks like there could be a person coming in. But again, I feel for most of you, I feel like you need to put things into perspective with the star card. Star card is a card of seeing the big picture. You can see this ibis right here. It's considered to be like the bird of knowledge and wisdom. And but the bird on the star card kind of represents seeing the big picture, seeing, everything from a bird's eye view. And I feel if you look at how far you've come, you will kind of see the progress, which will probably make you feel more motivated to keep the progress going. You also have this Page of Pentacles, but I think it's pretty interesting that the Page of Pentacles immediately goes to the King of Pentacles, just like this, It's like there's no Knight of Pentacles next to it or something. I don't know. It's just popping into my head as a big leap that you could be making. And I don't really feel like it's necessarily a leap. I think it's just a combination of kind of things that you've learned coming together, some experiences you've had. And it's like everything is kind of coming together. And it's like that energy, that combination energy, if I can combine those words together, is like the thing that could be creating this leap. But I think it's not like something magical necessarily. I think it's more like work that you have done. I also do feel like this could be communication from a person. Again, someone who wants something long-term, someone who really wants to put the work in with the King of Pentacles. So if you're looking for love, definitely could be a good person. You have the Three of Cups as well. There's some sort of celebration coming in for you. I feel like a lot of you could be having family celebrations, spending time with family, things like that. I also feel like some of you are planning something here. It's like, I get the word planning going like this, down, up to the Three of Wands. Three of Wands would be planning for growth or, planning to take advantage of some sort of opportunity. It could be a move or travel for some of you with these two cards. I need to know more about this plan that you could have. So it looks like a good plan. I would say whatever you're, if you are planning on something, it looks like it's going to work. But, let's get more details here. With the star, you have the Magician. You've attracted something into your life. It's almost like sometimes, I don't think this is true, but it's almost as if, sometimes I think we want something in life and the universe is like, okay, you have to meet this, and this requirement, to get something that you want. And I feel, for whatever reason, it's almost like the Magician is saying, you've met the requirements to have something that you've been hoping, wishing, and praying for. So, I don't know. I kind of like that. I feel like it's almost like a wish coming in, but there's something here about having done the work or having met the requirements. And by the way, if you're waiting to get approval for something that has requirements, or if you're getting a job that has requirements, it looks to me like you are getting whatever that is. With the Page of Pentacles, here you go. You have the Ace of Cups. You do have the Ace of Pentacles. You have two aces. Two aces is in a row here. Is a definite yes to any questions that I haven't answered, but definitely could be a love offer from a Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles type person. Doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. Again, I feel like divine counterparts right here, King and Queen of Pentacles. Probably my favorite divine counterparts is what I would say. I don't really have a favorite, but I would say, really good, focused on long term, focused on building something secure. With the Three of Cups, you have the Eight of Cups. Some of you, there's definitely something that you're planning on walking away from. I don't necessarily think this has to be love that you're walking away from, but again, if you are ending a situation, I think clearly it's leading to a new situation. For others, I feel like you could be ending a job or a position, but it's kind of weird how it's popping into my head again with this whole, you know, sorry, I'm choking, almost dying here, Leo, but what I would say is it's almost like this. It's like a check mark that it forms in my head when I look at this. For whatever reason, I can't get over it. But what I would say after I choked is that, you know, for a lot of you, I feel this could be a job or a business that you're walking away from. And it's like you're moving towards like a lot of expansion, a lot of growth, a lot of abundance here with this energy, Leo. So definitely love it. You have this octopus. It says, keep to yourself, be discreet. This is coming up in your present position. You also have the Nine of Wands in your present position here. So I do feel like keeping your ideas to yourself would be a good idea. A lot of people have been getting these messages. So it just could be like the energy in general is encouraging people to kind of keep things to themselves. You have the Empress, the King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Again, Nine of Wands would be about putting up boundaries against your, against your new ideas. I would also say that if you are attracting this person here into your life, that, you know, again, maybe it's something that you want to keep private for now. I don't think it's not like you're hiding the relationship or whatever. Again, it might be this person, it might be the person themselves that wants to keep it private, but I would say that there's a very good reason for it. Like maybe they have a crazy ex, maybe you have a crazy ex, maybe they're just, maybe they're in the public eye or something like that. I'm getting here. You have the Star card. You know, I always say the Star can represent fame and fortune, but, you know, not every one of us is going to date a famous person. But what I would say is it could be a person where, for now, they're kind of like keeping things under wraps. What I would say is if you're attracting love as well, I feel like you're attracting someone who has like a specific skill. You know, he has these grapes on his cloak, and the grapes are considered something that's like difficult to grow. And so the King of Pentacles actually represents like a lot of skill, or, you know, someone who does something difficult. So if you're wondering, like, I feel like the person you're attracting is King of Pentacles. Doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. And I feel like they just have a specific skill. They might have like a specific job or, you know, a specific business or something like that. You have the Empress as well. You're creating a lot of abundance, and people might want a piece of that abundance. So I would be very careful with the Empress. You know, again, if you're making a lot of money or if you're finding success, it might be one of those things where it would be just for now. It would be a good time maybe to keep that to yourself. Again, Nine of Wands, this card. You know, I don't think anything bad, it's not like the reading is saying, oh, something bad is going to happen. It's just like saying, you know, there might be people who, you know, want some of it. So I would be careful. With the Empress, you have the Six of Cups, definitely a soulmate coming in for you. I don't think it's a person from the past. I think the Six of Cups is just saying that it's a soulmate. The other thing about the Six of Cups is that the two children on the card are being guarded by a guard that's normally in the background of the card, and they're inside a castle, like inside castle walls, basically. So I do feel that there is this element of protection kind of showing up in your reading. It's just standing out to me. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Hangman here. I thought I saw something else here, but I didn't, so never mind. But, you know, I do feel like you could be becoming enlightened to a person, like you could be waking up to a person, or, you know, seeing that you're interested in a person. I also feel that there's something about your skills here. It's like, I kind of feel that for some of you, you're finally, I'm not saying like you're changing your job or changing your business, but, and I feel like I always say this to you, Leo, but it's almost as if all your skills are finally really being put to use. You know, maybe there are certain things you haven't been doing in your business or in your career. And I just see everything kind of like coming together, as I said at the beginning of the reading. And there's some sort of big, you know, benefit to this. There's some sort of, you know, it could just be a reward. You could just be getting paid more money in your work or in business or something like that. But it seems to me like you're actually putting everything to use that you have, like all the skills. And this is going to lead, you know, could lead to moving, changes, abundance, like all that stuff right here. So I like it. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords, exactly what I said. I would, I would put up boundaries against like a third party. I'm pretty sure I said this to you recently, that this could be like a third party. I'm not talking about like a love third party, just, I mean, like another person that is like getting all up in your business, here. Maybe you get into a new relationship, and maybe there's a person who's like stalking you or something who tries to ruin it. So, it might be a good time to just keep it to yourself. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your last reading as well. So, again, I wouldn't be paranoid about this stuff. If we worry about it, we attract it. But I would just pay attention to it, is what I would say. Next, in your future position, you have this card that says, show the world the real you. There you go. And this is full moon in Aquarius, by the way. So I would be kind of, I feel like maybe you've been holding back for maybe like years. Maybe there are certain like talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that you haven't been using, but it's like now is the time. And again, this is not a criticism, or this isn't a bad thing. I think this is more of a natural process. I really feel like you are just going to, like, you might be saying to me right now, I'm not doing anything different. But I bet if you look at the last like 20 years or 10 years of your work life, however long it's been, it's like if you look back to the beginning, I think like naturally over time you've evolved. I get this kind of more natural evolution message going on here. You have the Three of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. And it's like you're much more resourceful. I feel like there have been a lot of ups and downs like over the past 20 plus years, however long you've been working. But it's like more stable now. It's like things are more even keeled, things are more predictable. And this could be like your income, the amount you make, could be the amount of clients you have. It's like things are just more predictable. I also feel that you're tapping into those resources that you've never used before. It's almost like you're reaching your full potential here, Leo. You have the Ace of Pentacles. This is going to lead to more opportunity. And the Ace of Pentacles is a card of growth and abundance. So I do feel that there is a lot of growth. I also do feel that there could be an opportunity for you to kind of reach the world going this way. The world is a card of expansion, and of course it is a card of the world, so I feel like you could be putting yourself out into the world. You could be getting attention, affection, people could just be paying attention to you more, all that stuff. The Three of Wands is kind of like a card that says, what are you waiting for? So I feel like your ships are coming in, but at the same time, I always say that those ships are actually going out. They are aiming out into the ocean. The true story of the Three of Wands is that he's looking at that ocean, but it's golden in color. And, he might be looking at it and thinking, oh, that's the desert, but actually it's the ocean, and there's an opportunity. So he's looking at something where he doesn't think there's an opportunity, but there's actually a big opportunity. So don't, again, a lot of people have been getting these messages with me recently. I really feel it's a sign of the times where there could be things that we just don't pay attention to that we really, really should be paying attention to. So if there's something that like captures your interest, star cards sometimes I feel can just be something that kind of inspires us or something we get excited about. Again, I remember my dad told me about Bitcoin in like 2008, right? And I remember like getting excited about it. He had a friend that was like interested in it. That guy's probably like a billionaire now, right? Who the hell knows? But he had a friend that was kind of interested in it. I mean, I got excited about it. I was like, oh, that sounds like an interesting idea. And it was probably like $10 at the time, right? I have no clue what it was, but damn, could you imagine if I listened? Right? So again, don't miss out on an opportunity here. I'm not saying it's crypto. I'm just saying there, to me, it looks like there could be, someone could be saying, hey, I would be paying more attention to your skills. Again, sometimes I think we don't realize how good we are at something. So I always tell people, pay attention to the things where people say, hey, you're really good at this. And you think, no, I'm not. Because those are probably the things that you're actually really good at. With the Three of Wands, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, there is a need to make a move here to get working. Everybody gets this. Again, Knight of Pentacles, hesitation, energy. What are people waiting for? I have no clue, but, I would make a move. Definitely could be an Earth sign coming in for you, clearly. I mean, are you kidding? With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles again. So clearly could be an Earth sign. Someone really wants to talk to you here, Leo. I feel like there's like, I almost get like desperate communication. But I don't want that to sound, I don't want that to sound as bad as it sounds. I feel like this is a good thing. I think it's just a person who is super attracted to you if you're looking for love. This could be you as well. You could be, kind of ready to go and ready to communicate with a person, right? And like really interested in a person. So, take it how it resonates. But I feel like there's a big opportunity here. The other thing is, again, I would be, I just get that feeling of someone who says like, hey, you're really good at this, and you might be saying to yourself like, no, I'm not. But it's like you were, sometimes I think, reminds me of trine energy, right? I always say that trines in astrology, people who are born with trines are seen as lazy, but they're not really lazy. They just were born with things, so they don't realize that they're good at things. If you're born with a skill, if you're born able to do something, then you don't think it's special because you just are able to do it and you don't realize how important it is. So I kind of get that energy here where it's like there could be people who say things to you like, oh, you're really good at this, whatever it is, some insert skill here. And I would double down on that and I would learn more about whatever it is. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups, definitely love coming in for you. Very stable emotionally, this person as well. Could be a water sign for some of you, but, take it how it resonates. And I would also look into your emotions. I feel like there's great kind of resources in your emotions, as in, I almost feel that your emotions are guiding you at this time. Again, with that star, I kind of get that. Sometimes I think the star is almost like a firework, it's almost like the Ace of Wands. It's like a spark, where we feel inspired by something, like an idea like Bitcoin or, whatever the hell it is, I don't care. And this to me is like saying learn about it. And also your emotions are guiding you. And so I would like move towards your emotions. You have this Imagine card here. I love this card because it's kind of hard to see, but she is pulling the moon down to Earth. Right here, there's like a string attached to the moon. The moon can represent fears, anxieties, illusions, things like that. But really, I always say that the moon kind of represents an idea that we need to bring down to Earth. So she is doing that. And I would do whatever you can to bring an idea down to the world. You have the World, the Queen of Swords, and the Fool. In the tarot, we go from the Fool to the World, but here you're going from the World to the Fool, and that's exactly what happens. We have some sort of accomplishment, and then we start all over again as the Fool. So there's definitely like a new beginning coming in for you. But it's like you're not starting from scratch. I really do get the feeling that some of you could be getting a new job or position here. And in like one way, you're starting over, but in another way, it's something that you're perfectly capable of doing. So it's not really, completely new. I hope that makes sense. It's popping into my head that way as well. I do feel like some of you could be traveling or moving here as well. You have the Queen of Swords. Again, the combination. I get that combination energy in your reading. That's the best way I could describe it. It's almost like you're mixing everything together. You're finally kind of putting the pieces of the puzzle of life together. And I feel like this is just leading to clarity. And one thing that stands out to me in your reading is I feel like you're going to feel super clear on what to do this week. You have the Fool. Definitely time to take a leap of faith. And again, if this is love, I would just go for it here. It looks like, again, I like the Fool for love because, there's this dog here. The dog represents companionship, and it's like a true companion. So you could be attracting someone who is just like a true companion on your journey, or someone who really wants to be part of your life. With the World, you have the Two of Cups. Yes, could be long distance for some of you. I don't see it being that much of an issue. I do get a little bit of ants in the pants here, is what I'm going to say here, Leo, as in, like, if there's distance, there might be a lot of tension building in this connection. So, I would be careful of rushing here with the Knight of Swords. It's kind of interesting as well that you have the Hangman here. I'm wondering if, like, you're attracting a person who's in Hangman mode or you're in Hangman mode, take it how it resonates. But I definitely feel that one person here, if you're attracting new love, like, wants to move faster than the other one. And you're going to have to be honest with yourself, whether it's you or them. And I would just say, like, I feel like this person's going nowhere. Number one, you are clearly attracting a person who's probably busy anyway. So if you're worried, like, if this person gets a lot of attention, and if you're worried that they're like seeing other people or whatever, or that they're going to do that, I doubt it, because they just look busy to me in general. But it's like someone's a little bit too eager here. So I would just like take your time and slow down. Again, I kind of feel like whether it's you or them, take it how it resonates. Someone here would get turned off if someone's too pushy, right? With the Queen of Swords, here you go. You have the Ace of Wands. I literally said that just a couple of seconds ago, that I was feeling this like spark type of Ace of Wands energy. It's a little bit hard to follow Ace of Wands energy in life, I think, because, and especially right now, because I think a lot of us, we have to trust. But who do we have to trust? Ourselves. That's it. That's the only person you can trust. And so we have to trust that we're being led in the right direction by ourselves. And the Ace of Wands is like the spark. It's like that we become interested in something. But as I always say, society doesn't allow that. It's like if you become interested in waffles, for example, it's like people are going to call you crazy if you try to start some sort of waffle business, right? But I don't know. I guarantee you there's probably someone out there making $1 million that makes waffles, right? So, I really want some waffles right now, by the way, just so you know. But what I would say is, go for it, right? With the Fool, you have the King of Swords here. Yeah, I feel King and Queen of Swords, divine counterparts. Again, King and Queen of Swords are my least favorite divine counterparts. You have two sets of divine counterparts. I do feel like this could be a past person, so I'd be careful. But on top of that, I feel like you're kind of like gaining new levels of wisdom with the King of Swords. And like I said, you're like putting it all together, making things happen. We're going to pull 5 main themes now here, Leo. And we are going to see what is going on for you. You have this casket card that says someone is going out of your life, the end of a situation. These casket cards, they represent kind of like your old life and then stepping into your new life. So I feel a lot of you could be entering into a new life or kind of like starting a new life here. You have this old woman card. I always clarify these people cards. It says dealings or relationships with an older woman. You also have this gavel. It says involvement with the law. I would be careful of a past person who's involved with the law. Knight of Swords, King of Swords here is law and order. Knight of Swords I don't like so much, or at least I should say in your reading. So I would be careful of a person coming back. It does not have to be an older woman. It could be any gender. This is a general reading. But I do feel like some of you have either a past person, like an ex, who's got legal issues, or it could just be a person in your life who has legal issues. And they might be asking for help, is what I'm getting here. But I'm also getting that they got themselves into the situation. So I would be very careful here. You have this cat. It says a two-faced friend. I'm pretty sure you had this card last week or the week before. I can't remember. I definitely get this energy. Again, I don't like saying these things because, again, I think we create our own reality. Having said that, again, I also think you should know about it, and I think you should do things to create a different reality. So, again, you might have a person who's trying to mess things up. And, again, if you have a new person, I'm pretty sure I said this to you last week or whenever it was, that it's like there could be a person here who's trying to mess up their day, like your new person's day. So it could be like their ex is contacting you and being like, they did this, they did that. And again, I wouldn't listen to it. I think it's all lies. I would be careful. You could also have a friend that's two-faced. I would be careful. You've been getting some weird like personnel type issues going on here, as in the people you deal with. And I wouldn't be paranoid, but I would just keep your head on straight. You have this dog close up. It says pleasure with a close friend. A lot of you could be spending time with friends, socializing, 3 of Cups energy, so definitely very good. You also have this eye card. It says psychic ability, trust your intuition. Definitely a time for you to trust your intuition. Last reading. I remember the last reading I did for you. I said something about your intuition as well. So I really feel a lot of you are extremely intuitive at this time and it's guiding you. Like, don't regret not listening to it. If you feel something, it's real. And I would just trust it here, Leo. But pretty good reading overall. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.